And we are live now. Welcome back to episode two of the
Two.
2021 limited edition
12 hours.
12 hours of boom. What is how many episodes? Oh, you took the shirt off.
Yeah,
you should have it. Pull it up.
Shirt. Boom, 12. Now I got a Boba Fett shirt on.
20. Okay, this is just a quick recap. We did not do 2020 12 hours of boom because of COVID,
Right.
because of riots across the country.
Sure.
So
Mostly COVID.
2019 was the last one. We've
Sure.
moved it from July to October
Perfect
to
time.
coincide with our now 8th anniversary on YouTube.
Love it. Now,
In 2019, though, before COVID, we were in Scotland. We went to Islay and we toured Bunnahabhain Distillery.
yes.
Our
And it became your favorite.
Oh, yeah. It is.
Yes.
And our tour guide has started a YouTube channel as well from Bunnahabhain, but Colin Stroud is with us.
Yes.
Colin, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everybody just quickly about your YouTube channel, and then
Absolutely.
we'll talk more about Bunnahabhain. We're going to talk Islay whiskey and bring it all in.
Cool. Hi. Okay, guys, good to see you again. My name's Colin Stroud. Basically, I'm a tour guide at the Bunnahabhain Distillery. Been there sort of 2.5, 3 years now. As for our YouTube channel, it's me and one of the other tour guides, Rodders, we call him. And it's pretty much a light-hearted, it's not too pretentious. It's just a bit of fun. We sit up in my attic. My house was built in 1888. And we sit up there with the backdrop is one of the gable end walls. It's as old as the hills. And we just literally have a different Islay whiskey up there. We crack a bottle every month. And we just have a bit of fun. Whiskies to be enjoyed. We get guests up there from other distilleries and things like this. But on the whole, it's all about having a bit of fun.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's kind of where we're at.
You let us know whenever I have a guest on. I like to have them place where they're at in time and geography. And I know
Sure.
you're visiting your grandmother, but where are you at right now?
I'm in a place called Reading. It's about 45, 50 miles west of London. Like you say, you're absolutely right. I'm visiting my grandma who's just had her 101st birthday.
Very
So,
cool.
hence the reason I'm not on the island. I've come down to celebrate with her.
101st.
It's crazy, huh?
Yeah, it is. I can't even. I bet you make it.
I hope I celebrate 100.
I don't know if I'll make it.
I had my first grandchild last year, so it's weird when you see there's 100 years between them.
Oh,
Crazy.
man. That is awesome. That is very
Yeah.
cool. I love that. All right. Let's see.
Let's
Go
go
ahead.
scroll through real quick. We'll do
Okay.
a quick roll call.
And then we'll talk about what we're going to be sampling on our end of things here.
Chris, and I'll butcher the last name. It was tuned in on episode 1. Buzulincia.
Yeah. If you
Darren
want.
Pellicino, Luis Sanchez, Big Dog, Daniel Vermos,
No.
Ms. Gracie, Paul M, Frank Lampard, T-Mon
Frank's
6219, Daniel Vermos, Simon Del Vecchia,
Perfectly said.
Robert Licorice from Iron Root. Robert will be with us later.
That's right.
Jordan Wall, Ben Demon Hunter,
It's a good guy to have on your side.
Vorpal Bite. Right before we went live, he said, wasn't there supposed to be a show here? Yep, they're just tuning in, waiting for us to push the live button.
Yes. Vorpal. Vorpal is also a gamer. Yeah. And
We got a few of those guys tuning in today, probably for
maybe
David
they'll
Beck.
pop
Huh?
in. Yeah, maybe David Beck at 3.
Time for a dram. Gregor is tuning in. Donner Pass Whiskies here again. Whiskey Jason, Christmas on Crestline, Graham Young, Pete Head, Tom R. Whiskey, eh? I bet he's in Canada. You
Oh,
got the
there
maple
sounds
leaf
like
on
it.
there.
Scotty Harrison, Texas Strong. Did you ever say that?
No, I don't think so.
Got it.
Nurse Dave, Shaven World.
I was
if I
wondering,
missed
is
you,
he
I
a nurse
apologize.
that shaves patients?
Could be.
I don't know. I'm wondering. That's like the full shave.
We just had I skipped, or did it go away? Right there.
Got Colin laughing.
Ms. Gracie with another super chat. Also
Oh,
got a cool
ding,
gift
ding,
of
ding,
my
ding,
favorite
ding, ding.
Bunnahabhain, and I'll let Colin. I don't know how to pronounce that. We've got it.
Oh yeah, how do you say that? Totich?
Toychuk.
Toychuk. Wow, I wasn't even
Toychuk?
close.
Yeah.
That means smoky in Gaelic.
Oh,
Oh,
really? Wow.
yeah. You got a bottle from my brother Daryl, who's also one of your Patreons.
Oh,
Thanks.
Yeah.
what about the other brother, Daryl? Who knows?
The new toy chuck in our core range is called Toy Chuck Agar, and that means Smoky the Second or Smoky number 2.
Yeah,
that's our core range.
That's what it's toy chaka da.
Yeah, that's pronounced Gar with a G, not a D.
Gar.
Why wouldn't it?
Toy Chuck Gar.
I'm glad we got you here, Colin.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you're like, no, come on.
There's Amy again, Richie Z. All right, we got a lot of people tuning in.
Tons. Colin, what are you drinking? What are your samples?
Me, I'm on the Bunnahabhain 18-year-old. I've just put my bottle away now, but yeah.
One of my favorites. I just popped open a fresh bottle of that last night with my nephew. I was introducing him to some Bunna.
Yep.
And we've got
current batch is 100% Oloroso sherry cask.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's usually a bit of Pedro Jimenez in there, but I believe the current batch is 100% Oloroso.
Now, how do you tell when I'm in the store looking at the Bunna 18 though? How do I know which batch I have?
You on the back of the bottle, even on the bottles you've got there, on the back of the bottle is like a little nub at the bottom, little black nub.
Yes.
Underneath that, you would probably have the batch number.
Okay.
It's very, very difficult to see, but
Well, so what's the batch number then? Just real quick for this all sherry mature.
God, I don't know. You
know?
have to bear with me, guys.
You're gonna have to let me know.
Yeah, I will do. I'll let you know when we finished, and then
he wants that right now. We are sampling it's a Fagile 2018, the Monier Oloroso.
Yes.
Yep. So
that was a gift from Roy
Roy
at the first Bastards Ball when we were down in Austin. Roy came over and brought that for us.
That smells delicious.
It's good, huh?
Talk us through. Let's talk about Bunnahabhain for a little bit. Are you still a tour guide there?
Yes, still am. Yeah.
And how long have you? Okay, go on.
Well, all the construction when we were there was buildings going down, new things coming up. Where is that at right now?
Okay, construction wise, we've demolished 4 warehouses. We used to hold the cask for our sister distilleries, Deanston and Tobermory. But they've basically gone off to our new multi-million-pound warehousing facility on the mainland. So we've only got Bunnahabhain cask now. So obviously we don't need as many warehouses just for our own stock. The new visitor centre is now open. It's not fully up and running because we do have the facility for the 30-40 seat restaurant. But with the COVID conditions, we've actually decided to put that off to the early part of next year. Before we start doing the food service things, but we're not doing tours at the moment. We are doing tastings. So the warehouse number 9 tasting that you did with me when you were over, we are currently doing that one. But yeah, so we're pretty much back up and running, but not to the full scale just yet.
We may need to plan our next Scotland Islay trip for when the restaurant opens on Bunnahabhain.
That would be good. Now, are there any cottages that are going to end up being out there at some point?
Yeah, we've got the 6 cottages. The first 2 have been renovated. One is for the assistant managers living in, and the other one we're using for employees of the company. Like, if we get area managers and things come over, they will stay on site. But the other 4 is in the future plans definitely to get them renovated. They will become holiday rentals. Yeah, they will be up for renting.
I remember looking at those because I think at one point the painters or something were staying in some of them, but then
that's right. That's the first couple.
Yeah, and it was right on the coast, and then we wandered up and kind of went up onto a ridge or something. Oh God, I don't know. It was awesome.
That's it. You went around the corner where the shipwreck was. You kind of sat on that corner there, didn't you? Overlooking the distillery.
Yep, 100%. That's got water in it.
I was gonna pour a little bit. Michael's sitting over here. You want to try a little bit of the Bunnahabhain Monier Oloroso?
Sure. He said no. He was like, yeah, I was going to force it on him. Look at that. Wow.
It's 58%, 59.5. So you might want a drop of water.
Now, Colin, I really appreciate you coming on the show because I know not only are you visiting your grandmother, but you also have a cold. So thank you.
Yeah. But hey, you commit to doing something, you do it, huh?
Yeah, I love it. I love the philosophy. Yeah. That's great.
Just a quick one as well. Do you recognize this behind me?
Hold on just a second. Let me
there's a
Bunnahabhain flag.
Yes.
That was the flag that was flying on the end of the pier when you guys came over.
Oh, nice.
It's one of the original.
Love it.
How much would that set me back?
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised you didn't steal it.
Look, it's all tattered and torn.
That's
weather beaten.
Yeah, he wants it even more now.
Well,
email me your address. I'll send it to you.
Oh yeah,
look at that.
When we were over as well, we talked to Billy out there on the pier. I think he's kind of is he the site manager?
He's the visitor center manager. Yeah,
visitor center. Okay. And then I noticed you just had him on your channel for a video as well.
Yeah, I got messy that one.
Oh, did it? I didn't watch it.
Oh yeah, Billy. He's Lagavulin crazy. He used to work for Lagavulin, and it kind of so we did the episode. We had a 2018 jazz festival bottling from Lagavulin, so we thought who better to get up in the attic other than Billy, and he loved it. Him and Rodders, I don't think they actually remember leaving the attic. I was sober. I was driving them guys home, but yeah, it was messy. 5 hours of filming to make 1 hour episode.
Woo! Yeah, I bet.
That'd be a fun show.
Little ring a ding ding here for DJ Beacon. Wow. Thanks, DJ, for the super chat.
Ding, ding, ding. Thank you.
STDs, congrats on 8 years of great vids, starting with a pour of Glencadam tenure. So refreshing and delicious. UFR. Don't know what that is. We'll need to move to Booney 12 next. UFRs. Real quick, Bart, what does UFR stand for? You effing reviewers.
You were French. I don't know. You fun Republicans. I don't know what it is. You fun rebels.
Hey, don't bring no politics.
No, I'm just saying. I'm trying to figure out an R. You fun rebels. You fun rebels. So, Colin, with all the changes that are going on, is there any part of it that you're like, I love the idea of the restaurant because having folks actually eat there, it was hard to actually, as we were moving around, find places where we were going to eat. Is there an aspect that you like, like you're like, wow, that's brilliant that they're doing X? Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good thing, obviously, that we're doing food, without a doubt. I mean, it's how many people are going to hit 2 or 3 distilleries in a day? You do need to get something inside you other than whiskey,
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's a responsible thing too, as much as anything. But yeah, definitely, it's a good thing. We've got a couple of new tastings that we're going to hopefully get lined up, ready to go for next year. We are looking at a sherry pairing tasting, so it'll be a case of you'll get a glass of Oloroso sherry, and then we'll give you a dram of a 1989 Bunnahabhain Oloroso whiskey.
That's
I mean, there's some stunning whiskies in there. It's
that's so you're talking dirty. You're talking dirty.
I know.
I
know. I hear you. But yeah, it's some interesting stuff. So hopefully we don't know exactly what we're going to do and when it's going to happen. We've got obviously a lot of stuff in the pipelines ready to go, and obviously with the festival where we're going to be at with that next year, we don't know. But hopefully, again, we're setting 3 plans in place. One, if it's a virtual festival again, or one if it might be partly virtual but partly in person, or whether it's a completely back to normal in person whiskey festival. The Faishila, yes, that's it. So,
all right, Christopher Malloy, ring a ding ding here, super chat, and I'll let you give us the correct pronunciation of that one as well.
I want to hear you guys say it first.
Okay, I would call it Sibalak.
I'd just say Sibalak.
Perfect. But they're wrong. It's Kiobanach.
Kiobanach.
Bear in mind, I'm English, not Scottish, so my pronunciation probably still a little bit different to the guys at work, but I'm as close as I think I can get with it.
Did they slag on you for being British?
Not really. Nah, the guys are good as gold. We got a good bit of banter going. It's a bit of a laugh, it gets you through the day, doesn't it? A bit of fun, and yeah, the guys are good.
Always busting on each other.
Super chat from Swami, ring a ding a ding a ding. STD, congratulations on 8 years of acceptable content.
Acceptable.
Keep trying to be as amazing as me.
Wow,
JK.
look at that.
All these donations, you'll be able to come back over next year, right?
I like the sound of that.
Yeah. I missed it if we got what
UFR.
Did
we miss one? Oh, did somebody say what the UFR was?
That's what I was.
I thought maybe you missed the super chat.
Nope.
What would the U be? Under?
Yeah, I don't know. Uber.
No idea.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't see. I hate when they come up because you feel like you should know what that is. and
it's the sort of thing when they explain it, you're like, of course it is.
Like, yeah.
Oh, well, Christopher Malloy was asking if there's any in the pipeline.
Is that Kiobanach?
Yeah.
I don't believe so. I think that's all long gone and finished now. Well, I think that's that actually was finished before I even started with the company 2.5 years ago. You might still pick a bottle up here and there. May get one on an auction site, but generally I think they're done now. They won't be replacing that one.
Well, there's the UFR.
Unfracking.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He kept it YouTube uncensored, censorable. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. For those tuning in, Colin was our tour guide at Bunnahabhain when we were there in 2019. Still a tour guide, does a great job. Phenomenal. He started a YouTube channel, and I've just put in the name of it there at the bottom. Go check him out. They're reviewing Islay whiskeys from Islay, and your plans are just keep it Islay whiskeys. Is that right? Initially,
the idea was that we've got obviously 9 distilleries on the island now, so we're going to start off by doing one each month, but then we're going to do things like we have the US monument we've got up down on the O down in Port Ellen, and that is to commemorate a sinking of 2 ships, a Canadian ship and a US ship during the Second World War. So what we're actually going to do is we'll at some stage go up there with a bottle of Canadian whiskey, a bottle of American whiskey, whether it's a Bullet or a Jack Daniels or something, and we'll sit there and do a wee tasting and a little piece for that, because it's still Islay related, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Awesome. So when we do each distillery each month, what we tend to do is give a little bit of folklore about some of the stories you hear about the distilleries over the years, and so it's a little bit of fun. It's we do another episode between each monthly one called Blethers, and that is basically half an hour of us apologizing for the episode before. Because we come up with things like, oh, did you hear that story? And then it's like, we better research this. So we then correct everything we got wrong in the next episode.
Yeah, we've been there with that. Times.
Yeah. I think you got to shear a sheep at some point in time on one of them.
Sorry?
You got to shear a sheep.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I can't cut me out. I've had bad enough trouble with trimming my goatee, A Madeira matured finish. Someone's asking. A Madeira. Didn't we just do a Madeira?
If you
got me on that, no.
It would have to be a limited edition.
Would it have been a face bottle? What's the last 2 face bottles we did? I was a Marsala, and I think we did a Madeira.
Marsala.
We did a Marsala. I think was this year. Was it a Madeira last year?
I've got your limited release from a couple years ago. It was Manzanilla.
That's right. Yeah,
that was really good.
Is that in the brown tube? The brown bottle one?
Yep.
Yeah, 2008. Yeah, Manzanilla. It's lovely.
Yeah.
It's all gone now. All gone.
Well, and then when we were there as well, I picked up one of your distillery release onlys that we got to try on the Warehouse 9 tour was Amontillado.
Amontillado, yeah.
That's a good
15 years old, stunning. Also say we still got some left, but I think we sold the last of that about a week or so ago. So yeah, it's good.
Big Dog just said that the Attic just got another subscriber.
Big Dog,
very much.
I saw Whiskey Jason.
Thank you very much, guys. And what we're doing as well, because we've just got over the 100 subscribers, we're actually doing a dram pack giveaway. So everything that we've tried a bottle of, we're actually putting them into dram bottles, and we're going to do a draw and give a couple of dram kits away with all the bottles that we've tried so far. So
wow, that's awesome.
Whoever that was has just joined, we'll put you in the draw as well.
Ooh, you're probably going to get 20 more now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Someone's put on here, Bunnahabhain Faciala 2020 was the Madeira finish. There you go. So last year's was the Madeira.
That'd be a hard one to get a hold of, though, if it's a phase release.
Yeah, we've sold out of that one now. The big thing as well for that bottle was last year was the first time that the Faciala was cancelled because of the COVID. We actually had our bottles all relabeled with a rainbow on the bottom of each of the labels, and that was to signify the just basically thanking all the charities and the National Health Service and things over here for their efforts during the COVID crisis. So
nice,
which is quite nice. So they're actually a little bit more collectible as well. So if you ever get hold of a bottle with the rainbow on it, keep hold of it or drink it. That's what you're supposed to do.
I know. But if it's got a rainbow, it'd be hard to pop that cork. Now that you've said that.
Yeah, true enough.
Daniel says now is the time that Colin can ask to get you both to do a live on location episode on Islay.
Ooh,
Absolutely.
Yeah, sounds good.
Next time we're there.
Ooh,
yeah, absolutely.
Especially if you sponsor our trip over there.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I take it you mean Daniel, not me.
There you go. Yeah. Well, then if he does that, you'll make me shear a sheep. You'll be like, you wanted to shear a sheep, do it.
Yeah, that's it. I'll arrange it. You're doing it.
Whiskey Jason is another whiskey YouTuber, but he will be at Buna May of 2022 with a group of 8 guys. Can I ask for Colin as the guide?
I think I'm the only bloke that does any work there, so you'll probably get me anyway. You can ask. I don't know. We generally just rotate it, but between us, whoever's in that day will. At the moment we're doing one tasting in the morning, one in the afternoon, but obviously that's going to hopefully increase come May next year. But yeah, chances are if I'm in, then it shouldn't be a problem at all.
Well, if he wanted, do you have an email address or something, mate, if you want to put it out during this?
Or he should go subscribe to his show and then he could comment.
Yeah.
There you go.
Look up Whiskey Jason on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yep.
No. Yeah, Whiskey. Go to his attic, and then as you get close, you can be communicating, chatting on his channel. Boom. I like that.
Yep.
What are some of
Gav's Drams is tuning in from Edinburgh.
Ooh, nice. What else we got here coming in? I'm seeing some crosstalk. Hello.
Well, apparently, guys, just to let you know, someone here has put the attic. All Islay Whiskey now has 121 subscribers and climbing. We started at 104 today.
Very nice.
There we go. Keep that going.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for that.
Yeah, keep that going. That's perfect.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you.
I saw people popping in saying, I just did it. So there you go. Once you go subscribe, then come on and leave a little comment saying, I'm in the attic. That's it. You got to say, I'm in the attic.
It's usually the ladies that sign up because I'm such eye candy, but
Now, so should they watch the episode with Billy first? Would that be a good episode?
Yeah, I'll tell you another good one to watch if you want to start off with watching something that's a bit typical of ours. Go to the Brook Laddie episode first as well. That's got Dave Brody. He came up into the attic with us. His knowledge is very good, but again, towards the end, it gets a bit funny going. And again, 2 or 3 hours into the drinking session, it's good. It's good. Some good whiskies. We've tried a few different things, and the idea of this was we started it during lockdown, just myself and Rodders, and it was just a bit of fun to amuse ourselves, really. And we thought, well, let's stick it on YouTube or something, and if people want to watch it, they can. If not, you know what? It was all about us anyway. Really, it's something for us to do, and it just seems to have escalated quite well. So yeah, it's good.
That's exactly why we started as well.
It's the buddy show first.
Yeah. You said we're good friends. We want to let's enjoy whiskey together on YouTube and kind of share
the journey.
Yeah, and we said earlier, if 10 people watch, 10 people watch. If 1,000 people watch, 1,000 people watch.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
that's what every time I buy a bottle now, I can tell my wife it's for the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's for the show.
Multicasting, Gene and I are now in the attic.
Woo,
DJ Beacon just subbed to the attic.
There you go. Keep jumping on. Let us know when you're in the attic. I like now. Is it hard to? Do you have to climb a ladder to get to the attic?
Oh yes, you do. You do.
I love that.
You actually, my ladder is at the door to my attic is an outside door, so you go out and you're literally in a little square. And you go up the ladder, and then you're right into the eaves, so you're kind of getting up, and you've got to crawl on your hands and knees to get through a bit, but then you're in. But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting.
So I was coming down.
Yeah.
Can be
quite careful. Yeah.
But the thing is, you can fall down. You don't care after a few drams. It's not a problem.
Well, if I'm over there, you put a rope on me just in case I come off the ladder.
I think Jordan Wall's got to step out real quick. He'll be back later. Thanks for watching any chance you get, Jordan. Yep. Appreciate it.
Whiskey, nice to see you, Jordan.
Whiskey Stream says, in the attic. See, we're getting it. That's the phrase.
There you go. Good stuff, guys. Thank you.
In the attic. Look at that. He said he subscribed.
Perfect.
Keep doing it. Whiskey Lovers Society's in the attic. Look at that. Pop
There
in.
you go. There you go.
So what, tell us, how did you get into whiskey, Colin? And then kind of tell us what got you into whiskey and how did you get to Bunnahabhain?
To be fair, I moved to Islay 8 years ago. And it's very difficult to be a resident on Islay and not know a bit about whiskey or drink a bit of whiskey. I was never a big whiskey fan. I mean, I'd drink a dram, by all means, but there's always something else that I prefer. Just give me a beer, I lived in the States for 7 years. And I was over in Seattle. So
would you have a beer and a banger? Be like, give me a beer.
Yeah, that's it. I'd have a beer or I'd have a Jack and Coke. It was just a drink for the sake. I didn't have the appreciation for it, if that makes sense. I've grown to sort of appreciate whiskey, and that's literally it. I've got into whiskey sort of 4 or 5 years ago. Really got into it and learning about it, and obviously now working at the distillery. I'd left a job up on the island. This is how I got into working at Bunnahabhain. I left the job, and on the island, there's only 3,000 residents on Islay. So we have a community page on Facebook. So I put on there, looking for work, guys. Anyone? Because obviously on the island, most people know most people, if that makes sense. So I put on there, guys, I'm looking for a job. Anyone think of anything that might suit me? Let me know. And then Billy, the guy you sat on the end of the pier with, messaged me and said, do you fancy being a tour guide? So that was it. That got me over the threshold of learning more about the whiskey, not only appreciating it, but learning the basic of how it's made, how it's made, the history of it, a little bit more than just the appreciating of the drinking of it. But, it's...
we know the weather shifts up there. Now, I used to live in the mountains of Colorado, but what's the worst weather you've gotten there while you've lived there? Is it like a ice storm or you get a lot of snow or what happens? What's the worst?
Islay is actually in a little Gulf Stream, so we don't get any extreme weather. We literally get maybe 2 days of snow a year, but that will linger for a week because the temperature would have dropped obviously low enough. But yeah, so we don't get extremely hot. We never get more than 27, 28 degrees, or sort of, may touch on mid to high 70s, but not anything that extreme really. So it's really, the big thing we have is wind and rain.
Got it.
And that goes sideways, the rain. So it's it is what it is, but yeah, it's fine. It's not bad at all.
Now, if it's raining sideways and you're climbing the ladder, that might get dicey.
That's not so bad because that's indoors, the ladder. So we're all good. You go through a door into the little bit there and then you climb up. So yeah, it's all good.
Kind of a foyer.
Yeah.
Like a foyer door.
Yeah. I don't know why I was picturing an outdoor ladder.
Well, you go through an outdoor door into the little porchy bit. Yeah.
Got it.
Is there anything in the works with Bunnahabhain as far as upcoming releases that you can talk about?
Yeah, talkable.
We've just had one come out recently called Unach. Oh, don't even ask me to spell it. And that in Gaelic means union. But what that's a union of is port and sherry casks.
I love
but it's what they call a limited release of about, I think, either 14 or 16,000 bottles. But then you think, well, how is that limited? Well, what it basically means is we'll send 500 bottles to France, we'll send 500 to Germany, 1,000 to the US, 500 to Canada, and so basically all over the world, whichever country you're in, it's going to be limited, if that makes sense. So it's not a limited number of bottles made, but it's going to be limited available where you are.
I think France only needs 200.
Really, even though 50, 15 or 16,000 bottles, that's still fairly limited. I mean, you'll see some limited editions that are 50 or 60,000 bottles.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You're like, I don't know if that's too limited, but
I prefer the expression special release more so than limited release.
Yeah,
but that's just me. The only other thing that I know we've got coming up is we're going to be having a 12-year-old, as in our core range, 12-year-old. We're going to be doing a 12-year-old. A 12-year-old car strength release coming out. I think that's going to be an annual thing as well. Again, probably limited numbers, but when that's due out, I'm not 100% sure. But that's something new in the pipeline is the 12-year-old car strength coming out.
There you go.
That'll be interesting.
The attic is getting crowded. He can hear the timbers creak.
They've been there for 140 years. They're solid. Don't you worry about that.
OJ for hire. He's into attic boom.
Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate you joining us. We'll probably go back to about 80 subscribers after they've watched one.
Oh, no.
We end up, so we do the 12 hours of boom. We always lose subscribers.
Yeah.
Today we're going to lose about 20 of them.
Well, when we preload the shows that are going to come, they get notified 12 times in a row. And every once in a while, we have somebody go, what in the hell?
Yeah, I think we've had some people that haven't watched for a while and they get 12 notifications and they unsub.
Oh, man, not 12 notifications.
But I think the first year that we did it, we gained quite a few subs. And then since it's like we lose.
Well, yeah,
several.
Because what is the people that haven't checked in a while?
Yeah.
When you hit them with 12, right away they're like, and my phone keeps going off. Delete these guys.
I'm looking at Instagram. I don't have time to look at other stuff.
I'm on the Dream Killer.
I'm on the Dream Killer, which is if you had any dreams of getting anything done during the day and you start watching Instagram, you're not getting them done.
I've been talking to him in mid-sentence. He gets sucked right into the Instagram. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, Dream Killer.
I've been talking to you in mid-sentence. I realize you ain't even listening.
That's right. Sometimes he'll talk and then I'll say, wow, that's from Spain. And he'll go, I just said it was from Italy. I'm like, I wasn't paying attention to what you were saying. I apologize.
We're not kidding.
Right. No, that happened. The interplay is great. Teddy KGB. Wow, KGB. France needs 1,000. Sarah Blue. No.
What? How old? You mentioned the port and sherry limited release. About how old is it going to be? Do you know?
It's out already. That one. That's out and up for sale. It's called Unach, but it's I can't remember what the release, what the age on it was. I don't even know if there was an age stamp. I think we're looking at about 10. I'm thinking, I think it's a 10-year-old. Pretty sure it's a 10-year-old.
Aqua Vitae is tuning in. Colin, new sub from Roy, Aqua Vitae.
Yeah, Aqua
Roy
in the attic.
Thanks a lot, Roy.
That's good there.
Yep.
Good to see you.
What has been? Do you have a favorite as far as Bunnahabhain goes? Do you have something kind of secret or your own cask that you go to once in a while and pull a drink?
No, sadly not. No, we don't do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Whatever. But you got a barrel up in that attic.
I can't possibly deny or confirm that. I'll tell you what. It's bad enough getting
that barrel getting loaded up there. We're gonna get a barrel up there.
Can you imagine?
You know, the first time I had, and of course it was earlier on, we'd probably been doing reviews for a couple of years. And the first Bunnahabhain I had was Bunnahabhain 12. I didn't care for it. I didn't like it.
Yep.
And I think it was that unpeated Islay character to it, kind of that saltish maritime. It came off as a little funky, and I think that bottle sat for a while, and then we went to review it. And when I had it for the second time,
it opened up.
I don't know that it even opened up. I think I had changed, or even my expectations had changed, and then I really liked it. And it's really, I don't know, I was counting last. I think I've got 10 different Bunnahabhains open up over at the house.
Well, they do styles that fit your personality. The sherried ones that are out there, the different styles that are right. I mean, every time Colin says something, you're like, You can just throw out, it's got jalapeno. Just kidding.
See, I've got to be honest, guys. I'm not a massive fan of peated whiskey. Right. It gives me chronic heartburn. I do enjoy it. I love the smell. I love the nose on it. I love the taste, the long finish you get with a lot of the peated ones. But my God, it gives me chronic heartburn. Good thing at Bunnahabhain, about 80% of what we make is unpeated. So I don't need to put myself through that 2 hours of heartburn to get out a good dram, So I'm lucky to be working where I am, thankfully. But,
so Bunnahabhain or Brooklady was really your only choice for employment.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah. I think Kilhoman might have done the odd single cask unpeated.
Or he'd be the perfect employee because he's never nipping a dram or anything. Yeah, he's not in there. Or if you were coming down with a heartburn like midday, they'd be like,
They know when I've been at it. Absolutely. It's quite funny when we're filming the attic. Rodders does all the editing for us. And he's like, he comes into work on a Monday morning and says, I'm sick of you. I was like, what have I done now? He's like 40 minutes of cutting out your burping and belching, he says, from having that bloody peated dram. Well, you know, got to do it.
Roy, real quick, you're tuning in now, but we are enjoying your Bunnahabhain Fagil 2018 bottling that you brought, the Monnier Oloroso.
Yes.
Still delicious, still
very good.
Yeah, very good.
You got to admit, I've stayed away from it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah. I'm going to have to sneak some of it out of to have. So when that bottle is gone, I'll be like, nope, I still got more. I purposely
stay away. I try to only drink that when you're around. So.
What, Colin, outside of, go ahead.
So as you say, the bottle you got there, that the Monnier Oloroso, that word moin is pronounced Monia. Did you know that's the Gaelic word for peated?
Monia.
Okay. Yeah, that's the Gaelic word for peated. So quite a lot of our expressions, other than our core range, nearly every other peated one we've got is a Monnier Oloroso, Monnier Pedro Jimenez, Monnier Bourbon, or whatever. So that word generally is sort of signifies the fact that it's a peated dram that you're getting from us.
You guys, you need to quit spelling stuff with English words.
English words.
They ain't English words, they're Gaelic words. Scottish Gaelic.
Monnier. How'd you pronounce it?
Monia.
Monia.
Monya.
It's like hey, you were moaning, but you monia. Monia. That is good. Yeah, I think I was making it sound French or something.
What whiskey do you enjoy outside of Bunnahabhain, Colin?
None. That's in case my boss is watching now. The truth.
None.
At the moment, I'm certainly on Islay. I'm quite liking a lot of the Kilhoman stuff. For a young distillery, they're making good young whiskey. That makes sense. A lot of young whiskey is literally that. It's just young whiskey. Can be quite aggressive, quite abrasive, but their stuff, they're producing some good stuff there at the minute. Yeah. Me and Rod, as we did our episode from theirs, we've actually got a bottle of theirs called Mackia Bay. We actually went and sat on the beach at Mackia Bay, and we cracked the bottle and we sat on the beach on the sand dunes, not a cloud in the sky, but it's just perfect. The surroundings are perfect. It's a good distillery down there. Guys do some good stuff.
We did the same thing with Roy.
Did you?
Yeah, we had the Mackia Bay, and then we went and sat at the Mackia Bay, and then we went and walked in the water. It was cold.
Oh, mad! Yeah. That's the Atlantic, you know that.
I know. I immediately was like, wow, those Titanic folks, goodness. Like that is chilly. Wow.
But no, I mean, and I think my favorite whiskey of all ever is the Bunnahabhain 25-year-old. I just love it.
I have not tried that one. I have not tried that one, and it's on my list.
The 18-year-old, in my opinion, is probably a little more interesting, but the 25, you just got a little bit more refinement about it. You know, it's a lot smoother and softer. It's just stunning. But that's obviously whiskey's individual, isn't it? It's, you know, we've all got our own tastes, but for me, the trouble is the price line goes with it as well. But you know.
Now you said like peat gives you heartburn though. So does Kilhoman not? Yeah,
it does. That's it. I look past the heart. I have to get past the heartburn and just drink it and enjoy what I can. You know, it's all right. They're not so bad, but
right. Hence the editing.
Yeah, you got to take one for the team, huh?
That's perfect. That's perfect.
A necessary sacrifice.
That's right.
Yeah, indeed.
All right, let's see. Do we have any other attic folk coming in here? Are you looking here on what we've got?
Let's see. What's he up for subs? Somebody pull up attic whiskey.
Pull up, see
where we're at for subs.
Aquavite says when we're at Mackia Bay, we're actually drinking the Bunnahabhain PX.
Yeah, that's where we release Bunnahabhain PXs.
Yeah, it's not the hand-filled, no.
The small bottles. Yeah, the hand-filled 375 or 250s, 300. I don't know how big they are.
200 mil.
200 mil.
200 mil, yeah.
Says all hard liquor gives him heartburn these days. Yeah.
Who?
So what's he saying? I'm getting old.
Swami?
Yeah. We're surviving. Well, there we go. 143 subs.
Brilliant. Thank you, guys. That's amazing.
And then Taylor came in and said in the attic. So perfect. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Eric Waite, the sniper, says Aquavite, I just tasted the Bunna PX in the vault the night before the Bastard's Ball. Very rich. Yeah, that's a different edition, Eric, even than the hand-filled bottles from the distillery. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was still a good one. I had the last dram of that bottle. Matter of fact, Eric.
Really?
In the vault there.
Killed it.
The Boona PX. Yep.
Oh, kill.
That's a good one.
Well, Eric's one of the ones that can pour them now, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good.
He's got the tattoo.
What?
And everything.
You got a tattoo?
I think so. Right on the, well, I'll let you figure
Is
out.
it like a neck tattoo that Eric got right there? Those are classy.
Yeah. Taylor actually says the Mooch Fest, formerly known as the Master Ball.
There
Mooch
you go.
Fest.
There you go. All right. Well, what plans do you have with your grandmother? Have you already had the birthday party, or is that coming? Where are you?
Well, no, she had the birthday 2 or 3 days ago.
Okay.
The idea is tomorrow, a big family gathering.
Nice.
I say big family. We don't have a massive family. It'd be about 20, 25 of us.
Oh, that's good.
So we'll all get together and just a little buffet and sit around. And it's good for me because obviously I generally come away from the island once to go down to see the family once a year, maybe. So it's a good chance for me to catch up with everybody rather than having to go to everybody's house visiting. I can sort of see them all in one go. So that's good for us. But yeah, it's just generally a little gathering we have every year. Obviously, when you're that age, you celebrate it as much as you can, you know.
You bet.
But yeah,
there was a clip a while back making the rounds on Instagram or Facebook or from somewhere, but it was, the family was gathered around the kitchen table and Gam Gam was there. They were celebrating her birthday, and they sang happy birthday. They had the cake with the candles. And they got done, and Grandma says, "Oh, thank you. That was very nice. I hope this is my last one."
I'd love it. She must have been about in her late teens, early 20s during the Blitz and everything. Does she have stories about all that?
Yeah, she actually used to. Sounds really random, but she used to cut the grass on the airfields for the planes taking off. That's what she basically did. Wow. They weren't just using runways. They'd use fields. They used what they could for the planes taking off. So she used to basically cut grass at the RAF stations.
Wow. Yeah, because they were on like alert at all times. So wow,
right,
that's cool.
Her husband, my grandfather, would have been in. He was in Egypt, I think, during the war.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, that is. See, I love that. I love when you can kind of get those little stories that come along and the sharing.
She's got stories. Oof. But she up here, she's as sharp as a tack, She's still, all the faculties are there, and physically she struggles a bit, but mentally, absolutely, she's got a better memory than I've got,
I love it. Now I hear tale there every once in a while we'll see someone that has a grandmother that has a little nip of whiskey before bed, and they equate that. Is she non-whiskey or does she?
No, she doesn't drink. She doesn't drink at all. Nothing at all. Used to be a sherry, I think, back in the day, but just doesn't enjoy drinking. So if you don't enjoy it, why do it? It's
sure, 100%. Yeah. I just every once in a while here even in the States, we'll see where somebody, Nana takes a little sip at night and boom,
big fat cigar.
Yeah, there you go. It's be perfect. All right, what do we got going here? Let's see. Aquavite has come in with a super chat. I'm going to highlight that if you want to read that off, Scott. Oh, there we go. Sorry, check your email. That's what you were doing over there.
Oh no, I did see it though. He sent a link to Cousin Shane, singing in the lobby, and I'll have to look at it later.
There was a link. Okay, yep. Got it.
Well, I don't know if it's Dropbox or where, but
got it. Well, ding,
there's
ding,
a link.
ding.
You like links?
I love links. He's making some links. He's smoking a lot of meat outside, and he's mocking me because I said you got to have the links. I love the links. What did you say? It's like a hot dog.
It's a fancy hot dog.
Fancy hot dog. I'm like, I love barbecue links. All right. Let's see. Let's hit some of these comments, and then we can let you get back to your Nat. Let's see. What do we got here? He's typing on that at the moment. The hand-filled. Okay, that's it. Talking about the hand-filled bottles. Singles give. What was that? Oh, here we go. What was this? Singles gives me heartburn. Doubles works better. So he pushes right through the heartburn.
There you go.
Drinking a double.
I see someone's asking a question there. How can, at the price that they're at, how can the 25 and 40-year-old be classed as core range? Basically, what that means is we're always going to have it in stock. Got it. Basically, that's what a core range product means. That you're always going to have it on your list. It's not going to be a one-off or a limited releases. It's always going to have. We always have it in the future.
Got it. What it means. They can always get to it.
But the 25 and 40 are absolutely stunning whiskies.
Yeah, we've got a comment here from the sniper. So he's got all the core range of Bunnahabhain except the 25 and the 40, given the price. Okay, and then he was the one that how can it be listed as core range? So there's that answer, and you've given that answer. All right, and we're perfect. So Scott, I think, is sending out a notice here, and are we ready? Take that down. All right.
Thanks, everybody that tuned in. Appreciate Colin. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Sorry, I was dealing with a scheduling conflict there that come up.
Yeah, you're good. Thank you for inviting me. That's been great talking to you guys. Thanks to everybody that's subscribed during the last 3/4 of an hour. It's been appreciated very much.
Yep.
And yeah, keep in touch, guys. Email me your address and we'll get that flag sent to you.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That sound good.
And everybody tuning in, check out Colin's YouTube channel as well. The Attic. All Islay whiskey.
Woo!
There you go.
And we'll see you in 15 minutes.
Yep.
Thanks, Colin.
We'll be back.
See you later, guys.
Thanks, brother.